What's going on, guys? This is Skyhound, also known as Geek Archivist Pierce. As the banner shows, I just recently came out from watching Twisters, which is a standalone take and somewhat of a sequel to the original back in the mid 90s. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, I'm just going to be giving my general thoughts. And for the most part, the film does what it's supposed to be entertaining, no identity politics, none of the modern narcissist dialogue, if you will. There are some nice nods to the original, and I'll only give just a tiny bit of what happens at the start. So I'm only going to be doing a little bit here. What you get a little bit at the start is the main character, Kate is the name. She was originally a storm chaser, and she was doing a science project with her crew. One of the things that they had was an old Doppler machine. Of course, it's a Dorothy Doppler machine in reference to the original, and it's a number 5. Unfortunately, tragedy strikes, and it doesn't go well. Now, Glenn Powell, who plays the Tornado Wrangler Tyler, he has his own crew. And what's interesting about this is, yes, the film does give some nice references to the original, a little bit of banter back and forth, some iconic lines. I'll get to that part in a bit. But in general, it's more of like old school methods versus modern school methods. Or in this case, modern corporate methods. You see the echo from the original. The only difference is that I would say it's more of, I guess I would say, a shift in perspective because, excuse me, Tyler doesn't realize it. I'll give a little spoiler here. Tyler doesn't realize Kate's background until roughly, I'd say, towards the middle of the film. For 2 hours, roughly, give or take, roughly in the middle, Tyler does get a bit of her backstory because he thinks that she's just a city girl. But for a city girl like her to actually have some instincts in terms of like, you know, nature and the like, the audience gets it. He doesn't. But he eventually gets it a little later. Now, the music was definitely good. So, with regards to that, I did listen to a few of the songs. If I had to list down a few, one of the ones I was listening to was from Shania Twain and another artist by the name of Breland, which I don't know, just to be clear. It's called Boots Don't. That one was pretty good. Another one that I know I heard in the film is called Steal My Thunder by Connor Smith. That one I really enjoyed. But the one that really caught my interest, I know most of you guys who watched the trailer heard just the background music. I'll tell it to you guys right now. Name of the song is Ain't No Love in Oklahoma by Luke Combs. Now, I want to be clear, that does play when Tyler shows up with his crew. So now you know. I will put a link in the description down below if you want to take a listen. It's actually pretty good. I listened to the whole song. That one's really good. Kudos to him on that. Now, I will say that visually, it's really good. And in terms of maybe how they tried to blend the two, practical versus um, digital, I'd say they succeeded. And of course, I'm going to give a quick shout out to Kneon and Geeky Sparkles of Clownfish TV. I know they also watched it. They did their own explanation after reading an article from Deadline, of course. And of course, they had to bash it because of some of the writing in the article. But anyway, overall, characterization objectively, I'm going to give this 9 out of 10. Story between 7.5 and an 8. Music, probably an 8 out of 10. Visuals, obviously, no question, 10 out of 10. Overall, objectively, I'd say maybe 7 out of 10. Subjectively, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Now, just to give a quick reference here, I'm going to be playing a few clips that I had to take from my phone and, record it from watching it on TV. I mean, not TV, on my PC. Give me one moment. So, yeah, here's one part that was referenced. Again, one of the lines. I got a few, but it's the third one that I'll be showing later, even though it's only like 10, 11 minutes. In the film, they mentioned the term twins. I don't remember where I saw it in the film, but it probably was not there. But here's one of the clips where one of the lines was mentioned. Apologies in advance if the volume is not as clear. I did this from my phone. That's number one. Now, this next bit, I will give a little bit of context here. They only mention it once in the film, and it's right after, I guess, one of the members sort of like recognized Kate, and then she recites the same line that Bill mentions in this one, obviously, for those of you who have not watched the film. So there's that part. Now, the last bit I'm about to show, again, like I said earlier, I don't recall them saying the term twins, but if you guys watch the film, you guys know what I'm talking about. For those that don't, let me clarify. So there's a point in the film of the original. Oops, give me one moment. Apologies for the audio going off. That was on me. I was trying to do share screen. But anyway, here's the bit I was trying to show you guys. So yeah, I don't recall actually the term twins being used, but you get the gist. Overall, I would say it's a good popcorn flick if you want to watch it, if you're into that type of stuff. Now, there's one little thing I want to mention. There's a video regarding behind the scenes stuff from the YouTube channel All Action, where they're going over the film, like what went on. I will also put a link in the description down below. If you're into this type of stuff, I say go for it. But yeah, this is just my general non-spoiler review of Twisters. Stay safe, stay sane, and as my good friend Orange Hat would say, stay humble. This has been Skyhound, also known as Geek Archivist Pierce, signing off. Peace.